I am talking to our good friend Brimstone.
Finally, Brimstone's back with my love, Kate Fox. What's going on, girl? Hanging out at EternalCon, having a blast, having a great time. Charlie's behind the camera, which is always a beautiful thing to see, that sexy little man over there. And he looks look, man, he was a little bit bigger. Every time I see him, he's just getting a little smaller and a little smaller. Pretty soon he's going to waste away, and he's not going to be able to hold up that camera.
He has to. That's part of our deal.
Okay, well, there you go. So what's going on, girl? How you doing?
You're not interviewing me.
Listen, I can always turn the tables. You know that's like sometimes what I do.
I know you can. So, okay, what's going on with me? We're happy to be out here at EternalCon, and I tell you, I was walking around looking at the celebrity guests, and suddenly I saw this guy I recognize.
Oh my God, who?
His name's Brimstone.
Oh, he's an a-hole, man. I don't know. That guy's, I'm here. I'm having a great time. Getting to see a lot of friends that I haven't seen in a while. You know, obviously COVID, other people that have been on Grindhouse Radio before that we haven't met in person. Xavier's over there, and Brett, and, so we've spoken back and forth on air, but we never met in person. So, we finally have an opportunity. We're meeting, and, it's great. We're having a good time, and hopefully we'll get some food after, because I'm hungry, man. And I'd like some coffee, too. I'm just throwing my complaints out there.
We'll make a note of it.
I'm going to have to go up there and find some coffee, but I'm wondering if they have it there yet. Notice how I turned the tables real quick, and she has no idea what to do with me.
I let you riff. I'm used to you. I know how you do.
Yeah, so everything has been good. What do you call it? Grindhouse is doing fantastic. We've got some crazy cool things in the works. We might be doing a secondary show somewhere else, which I cannot mention right now. I can tell you off air, but we're working on some stuff, and right now I'm in contract phase. So we'll talk about that when the time is right, but that's a very big deal. And I got some other things up in the air. We'll see what happens. Some good stuff.
You and I were chatting a little bit earlier, and you do have you got a lot going on, man.
I do, and I work hard, and just like everybody else out there, you always have to keep working and putting yourself out there until you make things happen, and that's how I make things happen. People go, hey, how did you do this, or you did that, you did the next thing? It's because I work, God damn it. That's what we do, right? We work for a living. We put ourselves out there, and that's, so. And
you do work hard. I mean, you have, and I'm looking at the stuff on your table, and I know some of it, and I own some of it, and you have your Brimisms, and you have all the, I'm pointing, and but you have all this stuff. You have this fantastic hot sauce.
Thank you.
That I'm going to have to get another bottle of, because we love it in my house, actually. Torchstone Thai.
Yes.
And it is yum.
Thank you very much.
So let me ask you, if people aren't here today and don't get to see you in person, where can they go to get your wares to see what you've got going on?
Well, you can always visit me at therealbrimstone.com. It's my official website. All the stuff is up there, all the stuff and things. You can also get me on at The Real Brimstone on Instagram, because that's where I spend most of my social time. It's always me answering. It's not anybody else other than me. So, as long as you're respectful, I'm happy to respond. And, hopefully people will come. And listen, man, it's free to support, right? It's free to go and like. It's free to go and view, free to comment. And all that does is help people like myself and all the other entertainers out there that are putting things out for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you'll get on board with all that.
All right. You heard the man.
This. Smash like. Smash like. There you go. And be like, yes, we love you, Kate. We love you so much. You're so adorable, Kate. We love you. And that Brimstone guy is a nice guy. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm just listen, I have to wake up. Having a good time. Love you. Mwah. Kate Fox Show, Long Island, New York, EternalCon 2022. If you're not here, man, you can catch us online.
Check him out. I'm with Brett Azar, and you play the Iron Sheik in the show The Young Rock.
Yes.
And how's that working out for you?
It's a dream come true. It happened when season 1, we auditioned for it, is when the pandemic was happening and there was no acting going on whatsoever. And I thought my career was over for the year. And it was a funny story. I was at home with my fiance and bored out of my mind, thinking I'm never going to work this year, so I might as well do whatever I want. Shaved my head, shaved my beard, looked in the mirror. My fiance and I were both like, "You look terrible." I was like, "I know." 3 days later, I got a call to audition.
Get out.
And the casting director was like, "Oh, Brett, you shaved your head." And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And they're like, "Well,"
Oh my God.
and c'est la vie. The universe spoke to me, I guess. But yeah, filming it, we're on our third season now. We're going to start filming later this summer. For any actor to have a role that is recurring multiple season, you couldn't ask for more. That's what you dream for. So yeah, couldn't be happier. And the cast themselves were just, because we all went and filmed on Australia the first 2 seasons, and their COVID rules are so strict that we quarantined together. We all were stuck in the same hotel, but it was a blessing because we became such a close family unit that playing a family on film, we're a family in real life too. So it worked. You know?
That's fantastic.
No.
So now, what do you have going on here today?
I'm meeting fans. I'm autographing some stuff. My 2 main roles are known for being the Iron Sheik on Young Rock, but also being Arnold Schwarzenegger's muscle naked body in the last 2 Terminator movies. Good old CGI. They use these, and then they slap his head on my body. Yeah, my heartbeat. So that's those are the 2 big hits. So that's what I promote myself as, you know, D-list celebrity doing that. But
You're also an artist, apparently?
yeah, in my free time, I take commissions and do some sketches, and it's where to go. This is my convention time so far today. Yeah, if you guys are interested in getting a hand-drawn sketch, go on my Instagram at Brett Azar, 2 T's. DM me, send me a photo. I'll draw it and mail it back to you. Simple as that.
And now, do you have anything else coming up besides?
I have a movie coming out called Johnny and Clyde, where I play opposite Megan Fox, and it's supposed to be out sometime this winter. I believe Redbox picked it up, but it's a very funny, dark comedy. She's a crime boss / sci-fi maniacal person, and I'm her henchman / bondage boy.
Oh,
It's a fun role.
interesting.
It was a fun role. She was really cool about it. Yeah, so that should be out soon. Looking forward to that one.
Very cool. Well, now again, your Instagram is?
Brett Azar. Let's see. Right there.
Oh.
Boom.
Thank you for. I keep stepping on you.
No worries.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Kate.
And check him out. We are speaking with Demetrius Bistrevsky of The Mandalorian.
No, yes.
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 Yeah.
And I played the Quarren Trawler in the first episode of The Mandalorian.
Okay. And you have a lot of stuff here. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yep, that's the big one.
So, and I heard this is your first time out in one of these settings.
Yeah, this is my first convention period. It's exciting. Yeah.
Exciting is a good. Well, people have been lining up to see you. So exciting! Everyone wants to get to know you, get to say hi. And do people ask you anything that you don't expect, or say things that you don't expect?
I meet a lot of people normally. I used to do talkbacks for the Broadway show Pippin. So I met all the fans.
Really?
Yeah. When we did tour, I was one of the acrobats who did the talkbacks. So I met a lot of the fans and did all the questions for the acrobats, representing the acrobats. And I also did a lot of the PR, so I would go on the news and do things like that for the acrobats. So this isn't quite a new experience in that sense, but it's been really awesome to meet the fans and get positive feedback who love the show and love the work that I did in it. And that just feels good because when you're filming, you're just filming and you're in the headspace and you don't really understand the effect it has on other people.
Yeah, well, people don't realize just how different live theater is
Yeah.
as opposed to film and television.
Yeah. Live theater, you have instant validation. If I'm good, I know it instantly, and people tell me from the applause, and you feel the energy from the audience. So I finish a show and I feel good. Filming is different because you put in the work, and then you forget about it. You know, we filmed this, I don't know, a year and a half ago. So I've already forgotten a lot of it and that experience. So now I'm getting the applause a year and a half later. It's delayed.
So now, okay, so what do you have going on right now?
So I am the Darth Vader performance artist in the series, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney+. So I'm the suit actor, and on my panel, here's all the Darth Vader stuff. So I'm getting to meet the fans for the first time, and they get to meet me.
Wow. And so what is coming up for you next? What do you have going on?
Well, for me, I'm taking a break. I was supposed to go to Japan to do the Broadway musical Pippin in Japan, and then last minute I decided to stay and not go. Yeah. So I just made this decision a few days ago, so now I'm staying. There is a project I'm auditioning for, but I think I'm going to be more low-key and focus on life, and I also teach workshops in hand balancing, handstands, and meditation. So I'm trying to publish a book on meditation, on a specific system that I developed on how to heal your body using meditation. So I'm more working independently on that and hopefully wanting to publish that.
Wow, you very different things.
Yeah. I am Darth Vader. Like, in the sense the character is so similar to myself with my own training, how obsessive I am with what I do, and my approach to meditation as part of my life as a way to enhance my training and my lifestyle in general. Yeah.
Wow. Well, now, if people want to look you up, want to see what's going on, where do they find you?
Demet2K on social media, on Instagram and Twitter, or Darth Demetrius on TikTok. But Instagram is my main platform, and actually, as an Easter egg for the fans, I spent 5 months doing performances. Each post is a full performance for 5 months, and then I realized that no one wants to scroll for 3 hours on Instagram. But I literally, because I was trying to get the circus out of me and the performance out of me, I made Easter egg performances for the fans about love, betrayal, hate, anger, passion, about all these elements that I had approached as the character, but as I was processing them and taking the character off of me, I performed for a long time, for like 5 months.
Wow.
The whole performance, if you scroll it in reverse, I think it's 3 hours and 12 minutes long, all on Instagram performances. I think it's like 100-something posts meant to be scrolled backwards.
Oh, I'm going to have to check that out.
You should check it out. I don't think anyone has watched it to the full amount because it's 3 hours long. It's like a movie length of performances. But yeah, I touch elements about Ukraine, because I'm Ukrainian, about the war in Ukraine, my own self-expression, the angst. Everything else has been a circus performance on my Instagram. Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Talking to me.
Check him out. I am speaking with the one and only Butch Patrick, and I gotta tell you, this doesn't happen a lot. I think this has happened once before since I've been doing this. I'm so excited to meet you. How's it going today?
Well, I'm just fine. The one and only Kate Fox. I'm a little tongue-tied too.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So now, what's going on today? What are you doing? How's it going?
It's EternalCon. It's the first day. I'm here with, as you can see over here, maybe you can't see, there's the original Dragula, which is from the Munsters, of course, the show that I was on. And I actually came up to the Long Island area. I'm a member of a car club that we all have these cool cars, Dead Man's Curve, and I'm picking up my Airstream trailer. So I thought while I was in town, I will come over to EternalCon. I've never met Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner. Great folks, and so I'm meeting the fans.
Well, we could barely get to you before because everybody wants to meet you.
You're too kind. Well, you caught me in a slow moment.
We were stalking you.
Okay. Oh, well, good. Everybody needs a stalker.
So now, okay, so you came to pick up an Airstream trailer?
Yep. Yeah, I'm in a car club, Dead Man's Curve, out in New Jersey, and they had an Airstream trailer. I travel a lot, and I'm down in Arkansas these days, so I have a lakefront piece of property, and they had a trailer for sale, and I go, I'll tell you what, I'll buy it and I'll come pick it up and take it back home. And while I'm here, I will come visit my fans at EternalCon. So it worked out really well.
That's really good. And so, what else? What do you have going on right now? Are you just hanging out a little bit? Do you have projects in the works? What you doing, man?
Well, being a member of a car club, I'm kind of a gearhead. I have a Munster coach. I have a Dragula myself, and I go out on the road and do a lot of automotive events and racetracks, drag strips, NASCAR, Indy Racing League, things of that nature. And then I also am a consultant. We have a new pilot with the gentleman Tom Devlin from a show called Face Off that Mackenzie Westmore hosts. He came in second, but he was on for 14 weeks, and he and I, he actually came up with the idea. I suggested something, and he tweaked it to, we're doing a thing called haunt improvement, which is very much like home improvement, but we go around to haunts around the country that need help to either develop more of a fan base or fix some things that are broken. So it's a perfect fit. We drive around in my Munster coach and we go visit haunted attractions all over the world.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So, what is something that people always ask you?
Number one question, where's Woof Woof? Bar none. Times 10. Where's Woof Woof? Where's Woof Woof? Where's Woof Woof? Where's Woof Woof?
Oh, my.
And he is home. The original fell apart, but I had one made off the original. And then I have also 2 variations that we've sold. So if anybody's listening or watching, which I'm sure you are, Munsters.com if you're interested in one. I've sold 126 of them over the last 30 years.
Wow. That's a nice number.
That's how popular the little guy is. And that's not counting the ones that people have bought and made in China and Taiwan and all those. These are the expensive made ones that are studio made.
What's the one thing you've been asked that you never expected to be asked?
That I've been asked that I never expected to be asked.
People want to know that you don't think they want to know.
Yeah, that's a good question. Now I'm tongue-tied again. I don't know. A lot of times people just ask questions of a personal nature sometimes that are inappropriate, things of that nature. A lot of financial stuff.
Really?
People assume you made a ton of money, and this and that. But all in all, no, the Munsters has been a very unique, wonderful experience for me overall. I worked for 17 years in the business a lot, but the Munsters was right in the center, and it's kind of like my flagship show.
Well, I want to say thank you so very much for taking the time to speak with us.
My pleasure, Kate Fox.
Hey, what's poppin', people? Brimstone here, and you're watching The Kate Fox Show.
I'm with Stephanie Gangone of Library for the Kind.
Hi, Library for the Kind is a worldwide organization that promotes literacy for children that focuses on kindness, such as LGBT understanding and inclusion, diversity. I promote children's books to children that might be coming out as transgender to help them understand themselves and people to understand them. And anything that has to do with kindness.
And you've been doing I see a lot of stuff coming out from you now.
I do a lot of interviews. I'm part of a group called Storytime Solidarity, which is a gigantic group of librarians, and we work to, again, promote inclusion and diversity. We do interviews with autistic individuals, where we speak about what it's like to be autistic, to bring understanding to people who don't understand people that are autistic, and more acceptance. And a lot more than that.
And now, if people want to look up Library for the Kind, where do they go?
You can go on Facebook. If I have a Facebook and Instagram. Library for the Kind, my website is part of the Storytime Solidarity website.
Okay. And you also are with?
I am running. Library for the Kind is going to be hosting a convention next year, May 20th and 21st, Trek Long Island. It's going to be a convention that focuses on kindness and focusing on inclusion and diversity of the Trek universe, because as we know, that is what Trek is. Tickets are going on sale on Free Slurpee Day, so get your slug of cola and get your tickets.
That's exciting.
Is where no.
And now, you're at EternalCon today. What are you doing here?
Today we are playing with the kids. We're teaching the kids how to make some. Right now we're doing tribble shooters because the tribbles have infiltrated EternalCon. I don't know if you know that. So we're going to be throwing them out the airlocks, as you see with tribble shooters. That's what we're doing today. And everything else, crafts. I would like to just hang out with the kids, talk to the kids, craft with the kids, keep them happy, keep them entertained.
Well, you have been keeping kids entertained, and I want to say thank you so much for talking to us. We're so excited with what you've got going on.
Thank you, and I love talking to you.
I love talking to you too. I am here at EternalCon with Batman Mark and Gil Makita.
And we are Nerds in a Bar! 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 And here we are.
So we met them at WinterCon, and we have been following the stuff they're doing, and now we are at EternalCon. I think I said that already.
Yep, EternalCon.
But you know, I've got nerds in stereo.
Nerds.
So what's going on, man?
We have been having a ball here at EternalCon.
Gil just got back from doing a podcast.
I did. Well,
a talk on
Guess
podcast.
what?
Yes.
Guess who else was on the podcast?
Oh, you were there too?
They added me on.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. we had a
minute.
good time. We had a great time. It was fun talking to people and kind of imparting our knowledge to the newcomers of social media. So that was a good
He
time.
doesn't like being in front of the camera. It's really funny.
I'm always in front of the camera with you.
Well, with me.
Yeah, of course.
But that's because you love me.
Oh, God. Let's not get into any of
We were
that.
talking about you before.
I'm sure you are.
So,
We were talking about you, too, Mr. Cameraman.
yes, you know, our work wives.
Yes.
So what's been the highlight of this particular con?
Gosh, highlight, well, you coming by, number one. Let's see, what else have we seen?
Yesterday we got to interview Sam J. Jones.
That's
Love
right.
him.
Love him. Flash Gordon came by. He was phenomenal.
Yes.
Such a good-hearted person.
Yes.
I mean, like
Really cool guy.
he's really altruistic. He's natural, and he's very down to earth.
I met him at Big AppleCon. Sam J.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes,
And
he's
he
really
is
great.
He's
Yeah.
just a really
a pleasure.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
pleasure.
If
he's
you're
a
a fan of
sweetheart.
Flash Gordon or any of his other work, if you see him at a con, go visit. It's
Go
worth
say
your
hello.
time.
He loves to interact with the fans. He loves his fans.
Yep.
And we're big fanboys, so we enjoyed it. It was a
know
really
about
good
fans.
conversation.
Yeah. Okay. So who else did you talk to? Demetrius Bistrevsky?
No, we
No,
didn't
not
get a
yet.
chance to.
Not yet. We've talked to Peter Griffin, the real Peter Griffin.
Real Peter Griffin.
Yep. Who else did we talk to? I don't know. I talked to you. You talked to me. We're famous, right?
We talked to Kate earlier.
We talked to Kate, and then we've got this guy over here.
Here's Izzy,
He's
the Izzyverse.
As they said,
piggyback.
this is how you do it.
So we took part in Izzy's
Yes,
panel
the
about
panel.
social media podcasting.
Yeah, it was a
What's
good time.
up?
And we had a good time talking.
Yes.
And
we had a blast, man.
We did. It was great. It was a really good panel. I can't
Now,
wait
what's
to do
really
another one.
funny is this is the first time that we've ever done something like that.
Yeah, that was our first panel.
You know, we do our own reviews on things, but we've never actually sat and tried to tell people how we do what we do.
Right.
So that must have been really interesting for you.
Yeah, well, we talked up the gimmick, and of course, as you all know, Nerds in the Bar is our gimmick. It sets us apart from everybody else.
Absolutely.
And that's what you really have to do in this day and age, is have something that sets you apart from the crowd.
That's right. And there's so many people out there that want to do what we've been doing, and guess what? We just did it.
Anybody can. Anybody can do it.
Anybody can.
Start a podcast.
Right.
Anybody
Not saying
can
it's
do it.
easy, but you can do it.
it's not easy.
No.
Do your research, do your work, do your studying.
There's DIYs on YouTube, people. Just look them up.
You're going to be on YouTube? Go on YouTube to look how to be on YouTube.
Look professional, don't look like an amateur.
Don't stand in the middle of three podcasters who like to talk like this.
3 sweaty guys.
Wait a minute, this is turning into something other than a YouTube video. Oh boy! Here he is. I thought that was Kate rubbing my shoulder. Oh my God! Listen,
And like we said, though, always have fun.
we have a blast. We have a blast.
It's always been great. Thank you guys for
Yes,
doing
no,
it, man.
thank you.
We'll
Thank
do
you.
it. We'll do it again.
It's good stuff.
I'm sure we'll do it again. We'll do another panel. And again, our goal is to help you guys just as much as we
Spread
want
the
you to
word,
help us
baby.
out.
Absolutely.
So, as we always do.
It's Mary Poppins.
It's
Mary
Mary
Poppins.
Mary Poppins, yeah.
It's
They
Mary
look at
Poppins.
shiny objects,
As
they
we-
get
yeah,
distracted.
yeah.
Comics,
We
toys.
like jump the dog. Squirrel,
Very
squirrel,
bad. Very bad.
squirrel.
Right?
So, all right, so I'm going to wrap this up because you're
Okay.
freaking me out a little bit, all
All
of
right.
you. So
Like,
you are.
subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Wait, you are.
Oh, we are Nerds in a Bar.
And we were joined by.
Izzyverse!
Check them all out.
And now my phone is ringing.
I'm speaking with the lovely Emily Swallow. Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm well. I'm happy I get to speak to you. We've been waiting for a while because you have fans coming to see you, which is a good thing.
It is. It's so much fun.
So you were here yesterday, couldn't get near you. You were here today, waited to get near you. What's your I mean, I know you like to meet the fans. What's the highlight of the 2 days besides that?
Besides that, I feel like that's the
Yeah,
whole
it was a
reason I'm
question.
here. Well, the highlight besides that is meeting all the other actors that I get to hang out with, honestly, because I get to be a fan too. I got to meet the $6 Million Man and the
Right.
Bionic Woman. I mean, come on.
It's true. It's a good thing to do, right?
Yes,
you
it
get
is.
to camaraderie and people you don't necessarily get to meet.
Yes.
So now, what do you have coming up?
More conventions is what I'm doing in the immediate future, and other than that, nothing that I can talk about.
Does that mean we should try a guessing game in the interwebs?
You know, that's going to happen whether I encourage it or not. I hear so many theories about projects I'm going to be involved with and things that are going to happen on The Mandalorian. I can tell you that I will be in season 3 of The Mandalorian because they showed a trailer during Star Wars Celebration and the armorer was in it. So it's such a relief when I can finally talk about that instead of, people ask me and I just go, I don't know.
So now the cat's out of the bag.
Yes.
Well, I heard you tell someone that you did do theater as well. You've done theater as well.
Yeah, I just finished doing a play. I did King Lear out in Los Angeles with Joe Morton playing King Lear.
That's great.
Oh, we had a great time.
So now, what's your favorite medium? Do you have one?
I learned so much and enjoy so much about each one. I feel like I grow so much as an actor doing theater because it is such an intensive process and it grows so subtly over time. You get to have so much time in the rehearsal room with the other actors. You're going over the same text over and over again, and it just kind of seeps into your pores more gradually. You're not moving at such a fast pace like you are with television. And there's just something so wonderful about getting to work with the same actors over a long period of time. And then the immediacy of having the audience there night after night. You're getting that immediate feedback, whereas when you do something for the camera, you don't know until that thing is released a number of weeks or a number of months later how it's received, and you might not necessarily even remember what you were trying to do in the first place. So I feel like I learn the most as an actor when I'm doing stage work, but I also love when I contribute my part on for something for television or film, seeing how it's edited, seeing how the sound contributes to it, seeing how all of the other pieces come together to make something, especially with something like Star Wars, where I'm on a set that has some pretty cool elements, like as is, but then when they put in all of the rest of it and I see what it looks like, the finished product, it's just amazing. And to know that I'm this tiny little part of that and then it becomes this big, beautiful, magical world is really incredible.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, if people want to check you out and see what's going on, where would they go? Where's the best place to follow you?
Well, I am on Instagram as Biggie Swalls, which is BIGESWALLZ.
I love it.
And I have a Facebook fan page. I should know what that is. I think it's Emily Swallow Fans.
But we can put it underneath anyway.
Yes.
So that's true. We can put it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay.
I want to say thank you so much for talking to us.
It was lovely to talk to you. Thanks for stopping by.
I am with Sam J. Jones, the one and only Flash Gordon, and a really nice guy.
And I'm with Kate Fox, the Kate Fox Show, a really super foxy lady.
Thank you. So now, how's this convention been for you?
It's been a huge blessing. Yeah, big turnout at EternalCon here in Long Island. Yesterday was swamped, and today was too. It's wonderful.
We couldn't get to you. We couldn't.
Well, you saw, yeah.
Yeah,
and now they tell me there's a strike at the airport, so we're packing. You can show them the little bags.
Yeah,
there
so
you
you're
go.
giving
So
us
we're
your
packing. It's time to go. Yeah.
And I appreciate your taking the time because I know you're in a rush.
Yeah.
But what do you have coming up? What's going on? How do people find out? What do you have?
You know, a lot of my movies are coming because I do a lot of independent films. They're right there on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And Netflix. I'm doing another small psychological thriller independent. Start shooting that in August. And meanwhile, if I'm not filming, I'm just doing tons and tons of traveling for the Comic Cons and the personal appearances. And England just opened up 2 months ago, so that's happening more. And yeah, it's great. It's great to be part of the passion of the fans because, you know, I was telling you before, we're designed for community. We're not designed for isolation. So it's cool to be part of things opening back up again. It's needed for us. It's wonderful.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Well, I don't want to take more time. I know you got to get out of here. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Kate Fox, the Kate Fox Show.
Sam J. Jones. I am with the very affable Ross Marquand from Walking Dead, of course.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm glad to be back here.
Let me tell you something. We have been watching you. Have you had time to breathe?
No, I have gills actually. They're hidden. They're a little further down where my clavicles are. But no, I also talk a lot. So when I'm at the table, I just kind of go off. So yeah, but yeah.
How's it been?
It's been great. It's my first time at EternalCon. I was supposed to come here a few years ago, but I love any chance I get to come to New York. I love coming out here. It's one of my favorite states. So yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Me too.
We're glad you're here. So now, what do you have exciting to tell us about what you've got going on?
So we're recording season 2 of Invincible, which is of course Robert Kirkman's second show after Walking Dead. We're about to start recording season 3, I believe, hopefully. There's a Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation that's coming. I play Han Solo in that.
Oh.
That's coming out next month, I want to say. I'm allowed to say that now. I think it finally announced. What else can I say? There's some things I cannot talk about.
That's what we want to know.
I know. Walking Dead, the last 8 episodes of Walking Dead come out in October, I believe. That's the last of the season, or the series, rather, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so now you have to come up with some other work to do.
I do. What, you get any ideas from me, or?
I'll message you privately.
Great. I'm a really good gardener. I like to chop wood. I don't know if I can do anything with that, but you know.
You could be a lumberjack.
I kind of am a lumberjack, so yeah. I live in a cabin. I used to live in a cabin in the woods, and I used to chop wood all the time. So.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
it's fun.
it.
It's fun.
So what's the craziest question someone's asked you here?
No comment.
Okay, what's the most often asked question?
Most often asked question that I get is, how did your arm grow back? And it's very funny. No, I always just say it's ointment that I put on there. But yeah, that's the most often asked question, I would say. And what does certain cast members smell like? I get that a lot.
Really?
Which is it's an odd. A lot of people want to know what people on the show smell like, and I'm like, an odd question to ask. But
so they're assuming that you walk around smelling people.
yes. I think that's the inference. Yeah.
So what about you makes people think that?
I don't think that they assume that I smell people. I think they just are very curious to know what they smell like, I suppose. But
agreed. I just couldn't resist it.
Yeah.
You know, it was right there.
No, of course. It's all good.
So is there anything that I'm not asking you that you want people to know while we're here?
I mean, definitely just to check out the last 8 episodes of the show. I think that's, we've been working our asses off on that for the last 15 months. We were very proud of the work we've done, and also we're just grateful that people watched for 12 seasons or 12 years in the show.
People love you.
It's been amazing. I mean, I was a fan before I got on it, and then just the loyalty of our fan base to keep watching year after year, a dozen years of TV. That's unheard of. Like, especially in cable, it just never happens. I can't think of a single show on cable that's gone as long as Walking Dead has. I don't think there has been. Certainly on network, of course, like MASH and Simpsons or whatnot, but definitely not on cable. And we're just we're very, very grateful that people have tuned in year after year. And
Well, that's wonderful. And now, if people want to follow you on social platforms, where do they go?
They go to my name, which is right there. Just my name, at Ross Marquand, across all the socials, and that's the spelling of it. If you need to say it, yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
My pleasure. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Nice to meet you too.